Hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us. Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Andrew G, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Public Affair. Of course, before we get started, I always have to, and mean from the bottom of my heart, to thank you guys so much for all your love and support. I'm really happy with how well the show has been doing with over a year and a half in production. It's been going really, really well. To the team at Rogue Media Network, specifically Mike Hamilton and Allison Robles, you guys are a dream, and I love you guys so much for being so patient with me. He said I'm not a diva, but I take his word for it, okay? Before we get started with this really great episode, I definitely want to encourage you guys to like, share, and subscribe. And I also want to give a shout out to a few of our sponsors of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to you by Four Brothers Construction with my boy Joel Olvera. He provides custom home designs and renovations. He also focuses on roofing, remodeling, plumbing, tree removal, electrical work, and so much more. Make sure you call the number on the screen so him and his entire team of snacks can come to your home and make your home look snackish just the way you want to. To Four Brothers Construction, thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the David Santabanez, the #1 sales agent at Alinea Real Estate, to help you buy a home or sell your home. Make sure you follow him on Facebook at David with Alinea, or call the number on the screen, darling, for all your real estate needs. David has so much plans for this future, and I'm so excited for him because he's been so successful, and I'm really grateful to have him as a sponsor of The Public Affair. You know, we actually just had lunch at Pee-wee's Crab Cakes on the Go in Hewitt, Texas, with my girl Anika Armstrong sponsoring. They're serving the most authentic Cajun cuisine with a wide selection of signature crab cakes, pasta, seafood, and more. I rolled around with some of that pasta yesterday, and it was delicious, darling. The top recommended is their Southern Fried Catfish Special, served with seafood pasta and potato salad and 6 fried shrimps. Fish is topped with that sauce. I'm not going to tell you what it is because you have to go to 108 Jim Drive in Hewitt to find out what it is, or order online at orderpeeweescrabcakesonthego.com. And they also have some exclusive online to-go orders that they have as well. I just learned that yesterday. Anika's doing big things. I'm really proud of her. Thank you, Pee-wees, for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the B&J Refinishing with my boy Frank Biza. He focuses on resurfacing bathtubs, counters, sinks, tiles, and more to original showroom quality. Offers 5-year warranty on most work and has the best prices in town. You can also contact Frank for literally everything, including inflatables like a mechanical bull, margarita machine, tables, chairs, and a foam machine, making all your parties super duper lit, amongst all his many other talents. To Frank Biza, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, to Marcos Cordero at Midway Nutrition, located on Hewitt Drive. He focuses on meal replacement shakes with tons of different flavors. When I go work out in the morning, it's one of my favorite things to go get, like post-workout. I'm focusing on more of a healthier meal replacement shake, or meal replacements. So make sure if that's what you guys are interested, hit up my boy Marcos Cordero at Midway Nutrition on Hewitt Drive. Thank you so much, bro, for being a longtime sponsor of The Public Affair. I truly, truly appreciate it. All right, guys. So, I was telling this guest that sometimes I like to take a break from the promoting local endeavors, businesses, etc. and stuff. And sometimes I like to have the average Joe. We've had it in the past. When I invited this guest on, he's like, I have nothing to offer. I was like, I think you have a story to tell. I've been wanting to have a conversation with him for a long time. We followed each other on social media for quite a while. We've never had the opportunity to actually link up, but now I have a show, and I said, come on my show and let's do it. Okay. I would say that he's pretty popular amongst the city, and I'm going to find out a little bit more why. And I'm really, really excited that he finally agreed to come on and wasn't scared that I was going to sleep with him. To Mr. Juan Zuniga, thank you so much for coming on to The Public Affair. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Thanks for having me.
Good. Don't be getting all monotone on me now, okay?
Man.
You got the chops.
I mean, you already got me with that trying to sleep with me. I'm like, oh man.
That's why you were scared.
That's why I didn't want to come.
I wasn't kidding until I met Betty, and because I was like, oh no, she's sweet. I'm not gonna do that to her.
She's good. Talking about Betty.
Yeah. Okay.
Before I walked out the door, she was all like, where's your ring? I'm like, oh man. Like,
you didn't tell her that.
Let me go back and put it on.
No, when you come on The Public Affair, there is no wedding rings. Right? It's all game the next 45 minutes.
Said, I'm gonna tell him, like, don't be promoting my husband on there like he's single.
No, well, I don't know who's single, who's not, unless the couples come on. No, I'm kidding. I love her. You guys are great, and I'm really happy that you came on because, like I said, you post, I think, you're one of those that posts a lot on social media.
Yes.
Yeah, I think every time I log in, you got a new post. Okay?
Yeah, it's funny. I do it just for laughs.
Yeah. Well, some of them are very funny.
And some of them, everybody gets mad and they delete me and whatever.
Hey, that was the story of my life until I started a podcast. Now, if anything, I'm I actually maxed out of friends that you can add.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I guess you can only have 5,000. And so now I feel bad. But now, since the end of the career and then as the show goes on, it's so weird. When I say the career, I mean my radio. You didn't know I stopped working there, but I did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and so we're not in the best terms. But, since the end of that, and then it's so funny as the show progresses, people just kind of fall out of your life. You know, the more successful you become. So it's easy. So like when one person requests me, I'm like, okay, let's see. Oh, we'll delete them. That's fine. You know what I mean?
And it's crazy that you say that because, you know, a lot of people don't care about, you know, you like, oh, he's doing so good, you know.
Right.
Let me show some support.
Right.
Instead, they delete you.
Well, I would definitely say that the support has been real. Like I always tell like the other, because there's a lot of guests that have come on and said that they don't feel like they get the support from their city, and I feel like South Waco specifically fucks with me heavy as fuck.
Well, see, you wasn't born here.
Okay, that's what somebody said.
So that's probably why. I mean, if you were born here, they're like,
listen, I'm not getting involved with that. All I know is that the public affairs is doing really well, and all of Waco has shown so much love, especially South Waco. That's why I tried to buy a house over there. Sure. When I had somebody tell me, why are you trying to move over there? Because I've been here right now. I was like, excuse me, you don't understand. They ride heavy as fuck with this shit. I don't know what it is. I guess it's because the majority of you are from South Waco or whatever. Yeah. Are you from South Waco?
No, I'm from North Waco.
Are you from? Excuse me. North Waco too. I lived there for a minute. Okay.
It's all the same. It's Waco.
It's all Waco. I don't know the compass and all that. Speaking of which, why don't you introduce yourself to us? Tell us a little bit about who you are and stuff.
Okay. Well, my name is Juan Zuniga. I was raised here in Waco all my life. I've been here and try to do the best I can. I'm just a current employee at FedEx Express.
Oh, okay.
And
all our packages are late. That's fine.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah, it's okay.
But yeah, it's I've been there for going on 8 years.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Planning on leaving though.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about what you plan on doing when you leave?
I mean, it'll matter. I could say it because I mean everybody. Some people already know. Okay. So I'm trying to go get my CDL.
Oh, okay.
And drive big trucks and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
So
That's terrible.
I feel. I mean, it's good and it's bad. You know, just because it's probably going to keep me away from the house.
Okay. Yeah.
But at the same time, I have a goal of trying to pay off my house.
Okay, gotcha. So you just want, okay, I got you.
Yeah, it's pretty much for the money.
Listen, I can't even stand driving to fucking Fort Worth to go to the airport. Yeah. Then we drove to Las Vegas a few weeks ago, which I thought was going to be fun, and it wasn't. You know what I mean?
Don't drive.
Yeah, don't drive. It's so terrible. Hey, I see you're sporting a Big Ranch Western wear jacket.
So, yeah.
Yes, that's where I bought both of my boots from. Let's give them a little shout out.
Okay, so big shout out to Big Ranch Western wear. They gave me this jacket. That's another thing that I'm here for. You know? So I got hired through them. Okay. Not really hired, but pretty much they were like, hey, can we have you over here?
They paid you, they hired you.
Pretty much.
Sure an employee, but we get it.
So they told me like, hey, you know, put on your Grinch costume.
Okay.
And come act a fool over here.
Oh, okay.
So
I got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, so I started last year and it went well.
Yeah.
I was bringing in people.
Gotcha.
They loved it. They were like, hey, we'll give you a jacket. Here you go.
That's
cool.
You know,
I wasn't expecting it. So they gave me a jacket. The other one was a black and with the white logo on there. And this year they gave me this one.
Oh, that's really nice.
And they're like, hey, you know, I know you got the other one last year's, but this one's this year's. And I didn't tell him. Yeah. But I kind of, now that he's probably watching, you know.
I hope so.
So what happened was somebody needed a jacket.
Oh, okay.
So I gave him that jacket.
You gave them that jacket?
Yeah, they were
like
in need.
A homeless person?
It was a need. They were in need. So I was like, you know what? I got this just for acting a fool.
I'm sure he won't be. I'm sure he won't be upset. I'm sure that's for a good cause.
They're they're really nice people.
Okay, gotcha.
This year when they had me, they were so happy to help me. Have me there again. They were like, "Why? You know,
I got you.
I was like, "Hey," you know. But they just trip out every time I show up in the Grinch costume, and they just.
Well, tell them that I want a jacket too. You know, I bought them expensive boots that I went to Mexico with, and I was the talk of town.
Well, so, I mean, you got to go hit them up, man. You got to go out there and just see what they got.
Oh, we'll see. Yeah, you know, I haven't really been back since I told you that I don't work at the radio station anymore,
right.
And they were heavily involved with working with them.
Right.
Not that I feel like, you know, there's turmoil between him and I, because I barely know him. But, you know, I get scared that I'm going to go over there and run into the station. I just don't care to speak to anybody.
I understand, but they're good people, man.
Yeah, for sure. I love me some Big Ranch. They got some really great. Listen, I got my stingrays there. I got my little crocodiles there. I got the crocodiles on sale. You know what I mean? The stingrays I did not get on sale. They were very expensive, though. No, okay. You know what? Talk to us a little bit about your life growing up. So you are a Waco native, okay?
Yes.
From the Northwest. So you probably went to like the Waco High and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, went to Waco High, and unfortunately, you know, it took me so long to graduate, but I still did it. You know, I still did it. I was able to, and the reason why I did it was because I had my little brother growing up.
Okay.
And I said, I don't want him to look at me and be like, well, you never finished school. Why do I got to finish school?
Right.
You know, so I was like, I have to finish school. So I went to Stars High School.
That's that alternative school, right?
No, it's like to
catch
help
up.
you. Yeah,
Like
pretty much.
alternative school.
Oh, is that what? Okay,
I don't know. I went to something similar in Midway. Yeah, I did.
I thought alternative was with like the basketball.
Well, that might be the case.
Yeah,
I went to the school when I was in Midway where it was like on the computer. It was like called credit recovery.
Oh, okay.
But
So
all the girls were pregnant. They were all pregnant. I was like, I'm not pregnant. I wish I was pregnant, but I'm not. You know what I mean?
Man.
Yeah, nobody got me pregnant in high school. We tried. It just didn't work. I'm kidding. You know what? I was a virgin until I was 24.
Oh, that's good, man.
I took some bitch's man because I didn't like her. It was, the Junction 84 slut days. But anyway.
I know about
so
them.
Were you just kind of bullshitting around as a kid growing up, and that's why you weren't going to finish school? What was going on there?
So it was good.
Okay.
It was good up until my freshman year. Mm-hmm. And then, fights here and there.
Oh, you were getting into fights? You don't strike me as that type. You look like such a kind person.
I am.
Yeah.
They started it.
No, I'm pussy. I can't fight for shit. No.
So it just went down from there.
Okay.
I was just hanging out with some people that maybe I shouldn't have hung out with too much.
Okay.
But I don't blame them. I'm responsible for my own actions.
Okay.
But I was able to still, get through all that and then still finish high school.
Gotcha.
Not on time, but I still finished. And
how much longer did it take you afterwards?
4 years.
You graduated 4 years later?
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Like, how old were you?
So I was, I got in high school 2003.
Okay.
Should have been 07.
Oh.
Graduated in 11.
Wow.
Yeah. So
was that like a GED? Or
GED, high school, it's still the same diploma
okay.
stuff.
So did you just like drop out, or were you just like bullshitting?
No, they actually kicked me out.
They did for fighting.
Yeah.
That sounds very Waco High-ish of you. Yeah.
For the it's just a long story.
No, tell us. No, I want to know why. Why they kicked you out? You can't. You have to do some shit to get kicked out of school. Okay.
The principal hit me, so I hit him back, and that was it.
The principal hit you, and you hit him back. Okay.
We played soccer during lunch, so I had a soccer ball, so I was bouncing it.
Yeah.
And then he came and grabbed it out of my hand, and he elbowed me. So I hit him.
Do you think that he elbowed you by accident, or do you think he intended to?
Nah, he elbowed me by accident, but I took it the wrong way.
But you took it the wrong. Okay, so you were just a knucklehead.
Yeah. Like I said, I was just, at that time, I was just like, you know what?
I got you.
Whatever.
Would you say that you were also like you mentioned hanging out with the bad crowd and shit like that? Because I feel like it's not holding a candle to who you are now. You know what I mean? That's why I think it's going to resonate a lot with people who watch this. Would you say that you were, which I want to get into later, obviously, you're 6 years sober. Drinking.
Yes.
Okay.
So I used to manage a bar.
Yeah.
Austin on Avenue, downtown. And I did all my drinking there. It was like every day I was just like, oh shoot, like here comes some friends, and like, Juan, it's been a long time. I'll be
but were you doing that in high school too? Like, would you say that you were experimental with drugs and stuff like that?
No. I've never done drugs in my life.
Okay.
That's one thing that I'm so proud of.
That's good. Not even smoke weed.
Nothing. I've never smoked.
Neither have I. Nobody ever believes that, like, if you've never smoked weed, they don't believe it's never happened.
Yeah,
you know
so they look at me, they're like, you got to be high on something. You can't have this much energy on you, I'm like, it's just natural energy,
I was telling my last guest, people think that I'm on cocaine all the time, and I don't know why. You know what I mean?
No, I hear that. Well, I don't hear that every morning, but they tell me at work, Juan, shut up. Do you ever shut up?
Are you one of those?
Yeah, like, I'm just energetic.
Yeah, I got you.
I go to work and we're on the line doing our sorts and stuff. Yeah. And I'm just singing. I'm just messing with people. And
he's that guy that
making noises.
I would be like telling you shut the fuck up too. Like, it's not that great. Okay?
Yeah. They'd be like, Juan, shut up.
Yeah,
like, and I keep going.
So the crowd that you were hanging out with, I mean, it was just a lot of fighting, a lot of bullshitting. So you weren't really experimental with the drug. I mean, were you drinking at that age though?
I was drinking. I was drinking just because I saw them doing it. I was doing it, and I was like, whatever, But then I saw them getting into drugs, and I was like.
So is it just you and your brother?
No, it's actually 5 of us.
That's 5. Okay.
Yeah, it's I have 2 older sisters, and then it's me, then it's my little sister, then it's my little brother.
Okay, got you. So would you say that you were the black sheep out of the whole family, or?
I mean, they say that my mom and my dad loved me more.
Okay.
But I don't see.
I don't know. Not if you're graduating 5 years later. I'd be ashamed.
I mean, she didn't know what happened.
Oh, I got you.
Because I was old enough to withdraw from school for myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. So, they told me either we get you for assault. Okay. Or you withdraw from school right now. I said,
really?
Yeah. They're like, well, give me the paper. I'll sign myself out. So that's what happened.
That sounds like pretty far fetched though. Like it doesn't sound like a really good, ultimatum.
I mean,
I mean?
It wasn't good because I was like, shit, my mom's gonna find out. You know?
Okay.
And she never did.
And she never did.
I'm pretty sure she's gonna find out now. But hey, you know,
I was gonna say, how do you even keep that a secret for this much longer?
I mean, it happens, bro. It happens.
Yeah, I got you. You want to know what one? I definitely want to get into. You know, you were mentioning how you, were managing a nightclub, a very popular nightclub, Austin's on the Avenue.
Yes.
We just mentioned that you were you just turned 6 years sober from drinking not too long ago. But before we get into all that, we're going to take a quick little break. Okay. And when we get back, I want to know all about your alcoholism, all about your slut life, and more about your attempt to community outreach coming up next on The Public Affair. We'll be right back, guys. Hey, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying this episode of The Public Affair with Juan Zuniga. He's been so exciting so far, and I can't wait to get back into it some more. Before we get back to it, I definitely want to give a shout out to a few more of our sponsors of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to you by Elite Barbershop with my boy Sid Rodriguez, located on Hewitt Drive. You can download the Cut app or call the number on the screen to book. He also has Chris Reyes, Santos Cordova, David Rodriguez, Isaac Chavez, and my boy Marcus Guerrero, who actually cleaned me up today for this episode. Actually, it was yesterday, but for today's episode. To Elite Barbershop, make sure you guys book your next appointment on the number on the screen or download the Cut app. They have amazing barbers over there, and they made me look super snackish for all my episodes of The Public Affair. To Sid, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of the show. Of course, the Banda's hauling service with Julian and Ana Banda. They rent dump trailers. You fill it up and they haul it away. They also do junk removals and tree brush removals and haul cars in and out of towns. I definitely feel like Banda's hauling service is one of those companies that you never think you're going to need them, and they're always there because you actually do need them. So make sure you book now with the number on the screen. To Julian and Ana Banda, thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to my boy Jesus Gonzalez with Brothers Concrete Construction. He specializes in concrete work with slabs, driveways, pool decks, patios, sidewalks, and more. I got to see his work firsthand. He showed me everything. He actually took me to the site where he was building things, and it was so great. That guy has got such a good hand on him. Beautiful, beautiful work. Make sure you call for a free estimate if you need any of those services done to Jesus Gonzalez. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair with Brother Concrete Construction. And of course, this sounds so good tonight, J Pedal and Poke with Junior Fuentes, Thomas Roberts, and the entire family. They provide delicious savory Japanese crepes and poke bowls. They also have handcrafted Tyrol ice cream for dessert. You choose from the menu or create your own, like I like to do, because I love being in control and choosing all those good proteins. I almost said meats. Check out their location on University Parks Drive and Hewitt Drive, or place your order online at jpedaltx.com. To J Pedal and Poke, thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Now, guys, let's get back to the episode with Juan Zuniga. I can't wait to learn more about him. Thank you guys so much for watching. Here we go. Hey guys, welcome back to this episode of The Public Affair with Juan Zuniga. I'm really, really excited to get back into our conversation. So before we took the break, we just got into asking Juan about, he's now 6 years sober from drinking alcohol. I want to know if he considered himself an alcoholic or what the case was. So Juan, and you mentioned that you were you mentioned that you were a manager at was Austin's on the Avenue at the time. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that.
So like I said, I was there for 4 years.
Okay.
And all my drink came pretty much there.
From the bar, yeah.
I just had friends coming in and like, Juan, I haven't seen you in a while.
Okay.
Let's take a shot.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, haven't seen you in a while. You were managing a popular nightclub.
It's just, people get busy, and some people were out in a Navy and just out.
Well, question. Let's backpedal a little bit, because so how did you even get involved with managing that nightclub? Like, were you a bartender back in the day?
I was a bar back.
A bar back.
What is that? So pretty much you restock.
Okay. Like you're the guy walking around with the towel in his back pocket.
Yeah, pretty much, and and security in a way. I was just watching out for minors not drinking and stuff like that.
So, you weren't bringing up no fights?
Yes, and which I shouldn't have been. Okay. But I mean, it's just I was trying to take care of the business.
I got you.
It was all business things. Some of them were even friends. And I was just like, hey, you got to go, man.
Right.
And they looked at me. They're like, really? I'm like,
it's just breaking the rules. It's my job. Yeah,
exactly.
When I would go to the bars all the time, they would usually get onto me for dancing on top of sofas and chairs, and I don't know why. You know what I mean? I guess it's sexy when a bitch does it, but when I do it, it's not. You know what I mean? But now I can get away with it.
I mean, now if you probably go, yeah, exactly. Now if you go, you probably like, just show them.
No, you know what? That happened recently. But I did. We were at a Christmas party, and I got on top of the bar stool and started dancing, and the bartender did ask me to get down or whatever, but oddly enough, I was doing work there just a couple days later. Like they hired me to MC an event. Shout out to Amplified Entertainment, love those guys. But I was like, tonight I'm not going to drink. But that night it was different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, we had good people, we had crazy people in there. you know. It's just you're dealing with drunk people.
Right, got you.
You know, so it's kind of hard to communicate with people like that because they're just like, I'm good. I know what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah.
Bro, drunk people are the most annoying people in the world. I can't fucking stand
That's why I had to get away from what I was doing because it was like, what am I doing here? You know,
got
like,
you.
I've never been involved in, I've never been locked up, first of all. So, and I've never done drugs, like I said. And, and I'm like, I feel like I shouldn't be in the business like this. Okay. You know, I should do more with my life. You know, because sometimes I'll just be like, you know what? I'll split my tips with all the other bartenders, you know, on a slow night or something. Right. And they'll tell you, you know, like, he'll you know, just keep the tips, he was doing all whatever. That. Okay. So I'll try my best to help him out. Yeah. And at that time, I didn't have nothing. All I had was my car payment. It was $250. You know, so I was just like, you know. So now I'm like, shit, you know, I wish I would have had that as a house payment or something. For sure, you know? But yeah, so I was doing that. I was just trying to help out and. You know, slow nights here and there. I'll talk to the managers or the owners. I'll be like, hey, we had a slow night. You know, you think we can help out these bartenders? You know, they got bills. Yeah. Like, yeah, let's help them out.
That's very kind of you. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it was their money. So I just.
So when you said helping them out, so did you like take off from work and then start drinking or?
Yes. Okay. So I would like just be like, hey, I'm getting off. You know, and I'll start drinking, you know, and I was just doing it and doing it and doing it, and I didn't realize that it was becoming a habit, right? And I was just like, you know, I was partying, man, you know, like I've always been the party type.
Yeah, I got you.
And before I met my wife, you know, I was at Alazan.
I remember
Alazan. You know,
Junction was my spot back in the day.
Man, I'm saying, I was in that place every day, man.
Really?
Every day they were open, you know, and that's where I met Sean. Okay. And Sean was just...
Sean is the owner of those places, right?
Exactly.
Okay, I've only never met him.
So, really? Well,
I mean, I think in passing one time, but we've never like had like a conversation. Yeah.
Well, the reason why I met him was, so we're, you know, taking shots or whatever. And then he came walking by with the coffee in his hand and the cigarette in another.
Oh,
so
that doesn't sound like a good mix.
I mean, he's always been like that. He needs his coffee, man, or else he can't function right. Something
that sounds like you wouldn't taste good afterwards.
I don't know, man. I don't know how he does it, but I'm telling you, this guy could walk around with the whole gallon of coffee just drinking.
I mean, I love me some coffee, but I don't know about with a cigarette.
I don't know.
Hey, but each its own. Go ahead.
So yeah, it was. You know, I met him, and then. It was just partying after that, man. He's a cool guy, you know? Right. So I was just like, hey, you know what? And then I met Manny, and then...
you know Manny was on the show.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I met Manny, and then, you know, OG, you know, rest in peace. But I started meeting all these new people, you know, and then I was just like, these people are pretty cool.
Yeah, I got you.
You know, and they'll be like, hey, you want a shot? I'll be like, yeah, sure, you know? So, so I just kept clubbing, kept partying, went to Dallas, went to Austin, you know, just the average. Damn. Not the average, but I was doing it. But like,
you know, it's crazy because I had a bartender on the show, Miss April Nunn, who I love. Okay. And you know, I asked her because it seems like a lot of the people like yourself who are working in those bars or whatever kind of get stuck in there. I don't know if the money is just really good or what, but it's not like they're doing anything else. And, you know, she did mention that the money's really good and shit.
It is good. Just depends. I mean, you gotta... I mean, like I told my wife this a long time ago. Like, you kind of got flirt, you know, in order to get good tips. Okay. You know, so I was telling like some little chunky girls. I was like, hey, you looking so fabulous.
So you were flirting. So you were flirting.
Yes and no. I wasn't really doing it. No,
but you were finessing. You were finessing. That's the term.
Okay. Yes. Yes. There you go.
It's okay. I'm sure Betty's not going to care. This was a long time ago.
Yeah, this was a long time ago. Yeah. No, I mean, but at that time, you know, our relationship wasn't even good. We were always arguing. Okay, gotcha. Everybody that knows us, you know, we argued for the first few years. Okay. And, you know...
Oh, this is you and your wife now?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
So stuff happened, and then, you know, after that, we're like, you know what? Either we make this work, or we don't make this work.
Gotcha.
Which way do you want to go?
Right.
And now...
So now you're married.
You know. So this was the first 3 years of our relationship, and then now I've been with her for 10 years.
Would you say that a lot of it was turmoilous because of your bar life and you were constantly drinking? You were probably getting home really late. Exactly. And with that, I'm just gonna put it out there. There's a bunch of hoes out here. You know what I mean? Yes. This is a very small town. Yeah.
So that was the main problem was drinking and me being me. Right. You know, I was just
like you were hoish back in the day.
Yeah, I was dumb. Okay. You know. I didn't make the good decisions, you know, gotcha. And so now that, like I said, after that, I was like, you know what, I got to do something else with my life.
Right.
And then I was doing both bartending or managing.
Okay.
And I was working at Cargill. So I would leave I would leave the bar around 3 something after we count the money, cleaned up and everything. And then I'll still go to Whataburger.
Right.
Get me something to eat because I've been at this bar for 8 hours, whatever. And then I'll eat. And then I'll go to sleep. And then I'll wake up at 6 a.m.
But you know what?
Go to work.
And it's so crazy because so I used to party. Remember Treff's?
Yes.
Okay, so I used to party at Treff's all the time because I had a cousin that worked there. She was the bartender. And so they had the 250 call-outs every Sunday. Yes. And so I would go there every single Sunday and just stay up. And we would stay up till 5 a.m. And I don't think a lot of people realize how bad that is for your health. And like, I almost said that's why some of those people look the way they do, but it's like, no, it's true. Like, no,
that's the people that ain't doing the 10-year challenge right now.
I get right. I didn't even fucking dare. I was like, no, but everybody's already seen my 10 years ago picture. Yeah. No, but it's like you stay up all night, you're drinking, okay, and then like you just said, you're gonna go eat at 3 o'clock in the morning and sleep the rest of the day. So you're not getting any exercise, no nothing. You know what I mean? So it's just, I feel like it's always been really bad for your health. What was the extent of? Would you have considered yourself an alcoholic?
Yes, because every time I saw one, I wanted.
You just had to get it.
I had to get one.
Okay, gotcha.
Every time I went out to eat with my wife, or my girl at the time.
Yeah.
I was like, I need a Corona. I need a drink. I need this.
God,
I need this.
yeah.
And I was just like, man,
okay.
it felt good. Just to have one, and after you eat, especially carne asada or something.
Yeah.
But now it's just like
I remember those days.
But now, like I said, now we go out to eat, and I'm like, bring me the whole pitcher of lemonade.
Okay, got you.
Because that's all I drink. It's pretty much lemonade now.
So would you say that because you labeled yourself as an alcoholic, and I think that people, I kind of don't like playing around with that term because I had a really good friend who was an alcoholic, and I think, God, you want to know what? I think I recall reaching out to you when I was going through all that shit, not for advice, but because I saw that you were sober.
Oh yeah.
And I just, because I was living with the person at the time and I wanted like to maybe find out answers on how to help them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think that was the first time I ever reached out to you. And this was years ago. Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Right. Yeah.
So I just tell people, people that are trying to stop.
Right.
It's pretty much all in your head.
Okay.
Your head is the one telling you, I need to drink. I need to drink. I need to drink. And you're just like, yes, I need a drink.
Right.
So you get your drink.
Yeah.
But it is hard the first few months.
Okay.
Just because you're so used to hanging out with this crowd, and it became a habit of hanging out with them. And I know every Sunday, Sunday fun day.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? So
Thirsty Thursday.
Exactly. $2 you call it. Who's not gonna want?
Oh my goodness. What? Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? So it's every day has its specials. So it's hard for you to be like, man, I drink on the weekend. I pay full price. Why not go right now?
Right.
So it gets hard the first few months.
Right.
But after you distance yourself a little bit from them people, and you start putting it in your head like, hey, I need to stop. Like, you start realizing like, oh shoot, like I was doing this, I was doing that.
Right.
Like, and then you start, encouraging yourself. Okay. Let's not go this way. Let's go this way instead. So
the peer pressure, I think, is probably one of the hardest parts. Not to say that it was anybody else's fault, but with that particular person, I did notice that there was always those one or two people that influenced it. Do you know what I mean? Like it was like, hey, I'm going to stop drinking. I stopped drinking for a week and a half, and then all of a sudden, so would come around, and now we're back at square one.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And that's why I try to tell people, just distance yourself from the people that you're so used to hanging out with. Let them know, like, hey, it's nothing personal about you or anything, but I got better
calm
off.
Down. What was that like for you? What did the people like when you had that? Did you have that conversation with your group? Or?
No. Okay. But I just distanced myself because, like I said, I left the bar life, whatever.
Yeah.
And I joined FedEx.
Okay.
So I was just, focused on delivering.
You
And,
were working.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have that much time to go back to the clubs and stuff.
Right.
So it kind of helped out in that way. But I do have a few friends that, still party, still go out, but now they don't only drink one.
Oh, really?
And they're like, yeah, because especially some friends that hang out with us, with me and my wife.
Yeah.
They don't even, they used to drink so much, and now they're just like, I don't want to drink around you. I don't want to be the only one drinking, and it's cool, I tell them, I don't mind if y'all drink, just don't get too drunk, and if y'all do, I'll take you home.
I think nobody realizes how annoying it is taking care of a drunk ass person.
Not only that, but it's just it's kind of hard to tell them, like, no, you cannot drive.
Right.
And they'd be like, yes, I can. And then they get mad at you because you're trying to prevent them to do something stupid.
Yes, absolutely.
And I've seen so many, and this is another reason why I stopped. One day, I got drunk. Okay. All right, I got drunk. The last time I got drunk, and it was, kind of New Year's, and that's how I know the date and this and that. It was like New Year's, I got drunk, and it's just like, why am I out here, risking other people's lives rather than, just stay home and drink and this and that. I said, you know what? After this, I'm done.
You're done.
And I made a promise to myself. I said, I'm done. I'm not gonna have no more this and that. I didn't even tell my wife. I just told her I'm done, and she was all like, okay. Everybody was like, your wife don't let you drink no more. This, I'm like, nah. She actually didn't even know I was gonna stop. I just stopped, and I'm one less person to worry about out there. So that's.
It's great to know that you made that conscious decision and it was so easy for you, because I've experienced it firsthand, and watching somebody being an alcoholic is like probably one of the saddest shits you'll ever. Hopefully nobody ever has to go through that.
Yes,
there's gonna be people that do.
Yeah, and I grew up seeing it with my dad.
Okay.
He drank and drank.
Did he?
And I didn't like how he came home and talked to my mom, and just so much problems that alcohol brings behind it, and people don't realize it, that they're doing this, all this behind it, and whenever they're sober, I love you. I'm like,
bro, that is the most toxic.
You love me? Look at my eye.
Yes. Oh yeah, episode 6.
But I mean, and that's one thing that I didn't want my kids see whenever as they're growing up.
Yeah.
Is that my dad's always been a drunk.
Yeah, I got you.
And now I'm glad that I let go, because
I think it's annoying when people almost try and like glorify it. Like, oh, that's the borracho, that's the drunk. Like, that's not cute to me. I'm sorry, it's just fucking not. You know what I mean?
It's sometimes it's sad, man. Just because they can't stop.
Right.
And no matter what you do, you try to help them, and they just get mad at you for trying to help them.
Yeah. Bro, I can recall, it was so funny. You were talking about how, you try to stop them from driving home and whatever. I remember I had the friend over, and we were like kicking it or whatever. All of us were drinking at the time. This was years ago. And they wanted to leave. And I was like, you cannot fucking leave. Like, you have to stay. I live in Hewitt. The Hewitt police ain't playing that shit.
I know.
Okay. Yeah. And so I had to literally, like, because then he started getting physical. I always say some people just shouldn't be allowed to drink. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Like when I drink, Juan, because I still indulge.
That was me.
Okay, yeah. At least you can admit that, though, because some people can admit
that was me.
Now, when I do drink and I indulge now these days, I just get very slutty. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I'm slutatious, and everybody knows, and I'm loud and obnoxious and funny. I'm not like
you're
emotional.
Single.
And I'm single, and I can be slutatious about. I was slutatious just a couple nights ago. It was really nice. And so it was cool as fuck. And actually, with a gay person this time. Can you believe that? Oh shit!
Oh, so he wasn't straight.
He wasn't straight this time.
Congratulations.
He was married, but in an open relationship, which I thought was fucking weird. But anyway, okay, they were like,
there's a lot these days.
Yeah, there's a lot fucking me. I'll chop your fucking dick off. Okay. No, but it's just it's. I always say that some people should not drink, and this person got really physical with me afterwards, and I am not a physical person unless we're fucking. Yeah. And so I remember literally just having this adrenaline rush and throwing him on the floor, like in my apartment, and I was just like, ugh, like I tossed him like the fucking Hulk, and then he went to bed in my sofa crying and threw up in the sofa.
Hey, you know what? A throw up is always better than you seeing him in the casket.
Well, he thanked me afterwards, but it was so crazy also for you to mention, because it's like they'll disregard everything that happened the night before. And that was like the most fucked up shit to me. Like, I went through a fucked up time with that shit. Yeah. And like, I remember even out of desperation, like what I just said earlier, reaching out to you, like maybe this guy can help. And you were like, no, it was this easy for me. And I was like, that's not helping. Fuck. And so it was just, it's fucking crazy. Like, but
No, but yeah, like I just tell people, especially my friends, you seen it, that if y'all go out, New Year's, whatever, hey, if y'all get too drunk, don't forget about me. I'll come get y'all. I don't care who you are. Right. And my wife knows that. Okay. If I've already had some friends call me before at 2 a.m, be like, hey, bro, can you give me a ride? Yeah, I got you. I'm on my way, and I'll tell my wife, like, hey, I'll be back. Right. Where are you going? I'll be back.
I was gonna say, so when you made the choice to stop drinking, do you think that it helped strange because you mentioned that you and Betty were probably having some issues, and a lot of them were alcohol related.
Yes.
So did she stop drinking with you, or how did that all go?
She really didn't drink too much.
Oh, okay.
So it's like whatever to her, you know. So but there is times where we used to go out, and once I stopped drinking, she'll be like, "Oh, I want a margarita."
Yeah.
Well, get you one.
Yeah.
I'm driving anyway,
Right.
so it's not like, you know, okay, you're gonna go out with your girls and stuff, you know, whatever, you know. And I'll tell her all the time, like, you know, go out with your friends, you know, like it's fine, you know. I just tell everybody, either get an Uber or have somebody that's not gonna drink, or have backup, you know, because you know it's easy for you to get behind that wheel, and then you're dealing with DWIs, and then you kill somebody, or then you know, what I mean? It's not worth it.
It's crazy too, though. I think a lot of people don't consciously think about that. Like, oh, I done it once, I can do it again. You know,
exactly.
Listen, I that was me. I used to drive home drunk too, and it's not. I don't encourage it.
And that's why I tell people, what is it going to take for you to stop?
To stop, right?
You know,
when whatever happens, it's too late now. Like you don't get to go revive the person.
Exactly.
Like,
and that's why I tell people, like, you know, don't wait for something to happen.
Okay.
You know, stop yourself before it happens.
Right.
You know, and some people listen, some people don't. You know, and that's just the ones that, you know, they're probably going to learn the hard way.
It's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Exactly.
Would you say that you lost a lot of friends after you stopped drinking?
Okay, yes.
Okay.
So I lost some good friends, but I really didn't lose them all the way.
Okay.
But I did feel the big distance that happened,
right,
you know, afterwards.
Okay.
And I mean, which I still care for them, you know,
right, for sure.
No matter what, you know. This was just one of the things that I just try to better my life, you know, and some people are going to be happy for you.
Right.
Some people are just going to, you know what, you think you're better than everybody now?
Yeah, that was my next question. Did you think that people may have been like, oh, well, Juan just thinks his shit don't stink now? Like, you know, I feel like that happens.
It happens. Yeah. And a lot of people do think that way, you know, that, oh, now he thinks he's a shit. You know, I'm like, no, I just know that I'm not out here risking other people's lives now,
right,
you know, and that's it, you know.
But I feel like also with you took a lot more like responsibility in regards to, okay, I'm raising a family. Yes. I love this woman, and obviously this isn't beneficial for me anymore. You know what I mean? Right.
So I tell people it got old.
Yeah.
Doing it every day, it got old.
Yeah.
You know, and now it's me and my wife. We have like the best relationship.
That's
you know?
so good. Yeah.
We only argued like 2 times since we got married.
Oh, really?
That's because I was gaming a lot. You know, but it happens. I mean, you just distance yourself.
But
from
I bet
that
she'd
moment.
rather you be a gamer than some slutatious
and
alcoholic.
that's what I told her. I said, you know, actually, like I told her, I said, look. I bet you prefer having me here in the living room playing than to be out there with my homeboys still drinking. Yeah. And she was like,
yeah, you gotta put listen, that's why I don't date women, all right? I can't, and I can't be dating a man that doesn't let me play my Pokemon either, all right? Nah, fuck you.
But you know, she's, I guess she realized, and now I'm like, when she sits next to me, I'll be like, oh, this is my last game. Oh, you keep playing. I don't mind.
Okay.
I'm at it.
Now she's watching.
No, she's actually, my son, you know, brings her the control, and she'll jump on there for like a little bit. You know, we play Rocket League. That's pretty much, that's the only game that I play. Why? I don't know. Right. It's fun. Yeah, I got you. I have all these other games. Yeah. And some are still sealed. Yeah. And I don't even play them.
No, whatever. So, you know, so it's just crazy. I can relate when you said that, like your circle changes, right? Once you make those life changes, like, and I will say, like, the people when it happened with my friend who well, I haven't talked to him in 2 years, so I don't fucking know what's going on. But you know, I did notice that the brotherhood in my circle dispersed. Yeah. You know, which was crazy to me. You know what I mean? And that was like the hardest thing to go through as well.
It happens, man. And but like I said, it's you're doing it for you.
For sure.
You know, so it's to better you. Yeah. And I mean, whatever they think, hey,
I
whatever.
just think that, you know, because listen, we had some good times, man. Like sometimes I look back and those were fun. Like, you know, the carne asadas, the outside barbecues, and we get beer. You know, the football game. I don't watch the fucking football, but whatever, we're gonna drink anyway. You know what I mean?
I mean, yes. All that times, you know, that's memories. You know, memories, you can't let that go.
But I definitely feel like the people who are still just doing it, it's like you don't get to. I know you got tired of it. I got tired of it, and I think a lot of it with me too. Like I didn't stop drinking. I just cut back tremendously, and a lot of it had to do with my weight loss and shit like that. You know what I mean?
I mean, you're looking good, bro. Because I remember the first time I saw you, and then next thing you know, I saw you again. I'm like,
Where'd he go?
What happened? You know, this guy got cut in half, you know, so.
Thank you. You know, I ran into one of my, I want to give him a shout out real quick. I ran into one of my old friends, Claver Abraham. I don't know if you know him or not. He's from here. So. He does like all these things. He's always owning something. And so I saw him at HEB.
Yeah, he sounds rich.
I don't know if he's rich. I know back in the day he was hot as fuck, and he still is now. I just don't know if he has a girlfriend.
That's why he wanted to do a shout out.
Yeah, what's up? I wanted to do a different kind of shout out. No, I love Abraham. We go back in the day. And he saw me at HEB. He walked around me and he goes like, you're like half a person now. Yeah. And I was like, stop. You know?
Yeah, so when we saw you at the mall, me and my wife were like, damn, like he changed.
Hey, that's Soko, dude.
I was like, yeah, he must work out.
Yeah, shout out to Dominic Gutierrez. Okay, you know what? So you just made the conscious decision and said, I'm done here. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You mentioned that it was hard the first few months.
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever kind of just give in or like, well, maybe just a sip? You know what I mean?
There was a time where somebody gave me a beer.
Okay.
And they still didn't know that I had stopped drinking. And actually, they came with 2 beers.
Oh, okay.
Because me and my wife still went out to the club and we're like, let's go dance, you know?
Right.
And she was like, okay, let's go. So we went. And I was so used to just having friends, just hey, here you go, here you go,
and
here you
like,
go.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, and then I'll buy them one, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that, you know.
Can't
that's
keep up, yeah.
So I had a friend that came at me and he was like, here, you know. I was like, oh no, bro, I'm good. He like, here, he's like, bro, I stopped drinking. He was like, what? I was like, yeah. He's like, how long? I was like, it's already been a few months, man. He's like, nah, shut up. Quit fucking around. Here you go. You know? I was
not
like,
one.
Nah, I'm done, bro. He was like, oh shit, you done. You know? So he was like, man, I said, man, you know what? Just I'll buy them back from you. You know, like, you know, and he was like, no, I'm good. You know,
I'll
like,
drink these.
Yeah, he was like, well, you know, good luck.
Yeah, for sure.
I was like, thanks, bro.
Well, that's good that was his response, though. You know,
exactly.
It's like, I can't stand being fucking peer pressure to drink.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's hard, bro. It's hard.
Well, not just because it's hard, Juan. I just think it's annoying when somebody's trying to shove a drink down your fucking throat.
Yeah,
like, bro, leave me alone. I said no. Yeah, it's like when I don't want to have sex with you. I don't want to have sex with you. Stop fucking DMing me, please.
You always go back to sex.
Because it's true. That's what happens. You know what I mean? It's like, I told you, did you not get it? I said no.
just start yelling rape.
No, because
there you go. But yeah, man, it's hard. It's hard for whenever people don't understand that you stop doing something. You know, but I just tell the people, you know, just ignore them.
Okay.
Keep going. You know, you know you're feeling better now. You don't got to wake up with hangovers, or you don't got to worry about, hey, you know, I'm driving drunk today or whatever. Blah blah blah. It's my third DWI. You know, and there's people out there. They get locked up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They glorify the shit.
They don't care.
They don't have a driver's license.
Yeah, and they're still out there, you know. And then they'd be the main ones causing these wrecks, causing these innocent lives.
And
you
it's
know?
always the one who wasn't drinking that ends up dying. Yeah,
exactly.
It's crazy,
and that's what whenever I see him on the news and stuff like that, I'll be like, oh, you motherfucker. You know, it pisses me off.
No, for sure.
Just because I'm like, you have all these new Ubers and
like all the resources,
everything. Now we didn't have this many. All we had was taxis. You know what I'm talking about? And now with all these apps, like, come on, man, like book it ahead. You know, book it ahead of time. You know you're gonna go out there and get drunk. Just be ready for it. You know, and people still don't listen, man. You know, but
to each its own.
I just tell people, you know, hey, whatever happens, it's your fault, you know.
Do you ever think, because like, you know, it was so crazy, like when I invited you on the show, I remember you just telling me like, I have nothing to offer, or like I'm not one of these people owning a business such as that, whatever. But I think you do have a story that might influence people. Do you ever think of using, like, I mean, you're on this platform now, so this might be a stepping stone for you, hopefully. And you know, you ever think of maybe creating your own platform or getting involved with other community outreach programs about alcoholism and stuff like that? Or?
Okay. Well, not really.
Okay.
As far as that, you know, I mean, if I see people, you know, trying to stop, hey, you know, I'll encourage you. You know, like, hey, you know, just do this. You know, try this, you know, or whatever. You know, if I don't know who's trying to stop. You know, I mean, if there was a program out there where I could go and talk to them, I don't mind.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
I don't mind. I've always been that type that I like to help. And if there's something that I could give and, you know, put in my 2 cents, then I will. You know, maybe that's what they need to hear.
Definitely.
You know, just, hey, well, I went through similar stuff, you know. Maybe I should try it, you know, whatever. So, but yeah, I just hope that whoever's out there trying to stop, just give it your best. It's all in your head. You once you get past it, that it's in your head, it'll get easier and easier. Definitely. And then after that, you're just like, it's okay if you have one.
Right.
One or two.
Right. But you don't got to drink the whole 6-pack.
You don't got to, exactly. Yeah. And that's what people don't, they're like, una para sed.
Yeah.
Yeah, una turns into 6 or a 12-pack, and then especially, people are out here and just to kill time.
Bro, what I thought was the most disgusting was I could never be this way, but we would we would party, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the next day, some of them would drink first thing in the morning.
And that's
that's
what I'm saying, man. And that's the thing that that should be a sign right there. You need to stop.
Yeah, that's when you got a fucking problem.
Exactly.
Like, bro, you're not even pancakes.
You're like, come on, like you don't even drink water no more. This is your water.
Oh, God.
So that's whenever that's a good sign of just slow it down a little bit.
Well, and at the end of the day too, and I learned this the hard way. It starts with that person. Like, so if you're not taking, obviously you took accountability. Obviously you had the self courage to say, I'm gonna stop doing this, and you stopped since then. It's been 6 years, which is commendable to you.
Yep.
And I just think that if you're really trying to help somebody, you notice that it's hard. I'll tell you from experience, that shit is fucking hard and stop.
Yeah.
Like if they're not willing to help themselves, you're not going to do shit.
And that's what I tell myself too. If they're not really wanting to help themselves, then you can't help them.
Right.
You're just gonna piss them off.
Oh yeah.
You're just gonna piss them off, and then they're not gonna like you no more. They're like, who this guy thinks he
exactly.
is. So
for sure.
But I mean, I still try to reach out to as many people as I can.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. And I think that it's also a good way to influence your kids. You have 2 kids.
So I have a 13-year-old.
Yes.
And then I have a 19-month-old.
Okay.
And then I have a baby girl on the way.
Yeah, that's right.
So
I meant to ask. She is pregnant.
My wife is due in April.
Oh,
so.
I'm really happy. Yeah.
So hopefully she wanted her girl, and now she's getting it, and
so now
I'm
you
done.
guys can just.
Yeah, I'll cut her myself if I have to. I'm done.
Hey,
I'm done.
It's really fun that I've heard that after you get the snips.
Right.
Because then you have to 30 times.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys are gonna keep count or what the case is, but
we'll figure something out.
I got you, man. That's really, again, before we continue with the next topic, and we do have to wrap up in a few, but I do want to commend you again on 6 years of sobriety. I think that's really great. It's really hard, and hopefully, not that we have to encourage everybody to stop drinking. There's nothing wrong with indulging, but some of you got a fucking problem, and look into it.
And I tell people all the time, like I say, it's cool. Have fun. Right. But be responsible. Be responsible. Just like they promote it everywhere.
Right.
Drink responsibly.
Yeah.
And you should really look into that. Like pay attention.
And if you're watching this and your first thing that you do in the morning is drink something, reach out for somebody. Anyway, we should put a link for the alcohol. I don't know.
I mean, I just tell people, if you're really in a bad situation and you just got to hang out with people that aren't really drinking no more.
I think that's the biggest.
We need new friends, anyways.
That's the biggest thing. It's really who you surround yourself with, because peer pressure is a motherfucker.
Exactly. So. But good luck to anybody that's out there who's really trying to stop.
Most definitely, yeah. Yep. Even though drunk sex is more fun. But anyway. Okay, I'm sorry, Juan. I'm sorry.
There goes the sex thing again.
I'm like a slut, dude. Like I am. You know what's so... Okay,
I mean, like I said, you're single. It's okay.
Okay, I'm just going to... Yes, and I'm going to put this out there. I actually... We had that same night of the Christmas party. I was not drunk at the bar. I was drunk where we were prior. Not even drunk, like a little bit,
Right.
Had 3 glasses of wine. And so I've called an Uber to pick me up because my ride was drunk. Yeah, and so I was like, okay, calling Uber, but the Uber fucking cancels, right? And so I was like, God damn it, and like now I don't have my car and I'm pissed, and I actually ended up meeting somebody really cool there that night.
Well, there you go.
And what's so awesome,
and he gave you a ride home.
Well, he did give me a ride back, but we didn't have sex. It was great. Yeah, which was so unbeknownst to me, right? Because I'm usually like, and so I fucking I even told him, I was like, when I got my house tonight, whatever. He's like, no, I actually wanted to take you out on a date. So I went on a date, Juan. And you know who gave me the best dating advice?
What?
Fucking Antonio Noni Castillo.
Oh, shit.
Of all people.
Hey.
He's like, Andrew, you don't gotta be a fucking side piece no more, man. You just start treating yourself with some more respect. And I did. He still hasn't hit. It's been great.
How long has this been already? 2-3 weeks?
It's been a few weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's good,
Yeah, it's different.
Antonio's a good guy too, though.
Love Antonio. I love him.
He's good. I grew up with him. He lived down the street from me too. So
I just didn't think of all people he would be giving me.
Yeah, I mean,
because we're not that. I wouldn't say that we're that close. Like obviously he was on the show. I keep up with him every once in a while, but we don't like go hang out. You know what I mean?
I mean, same here. I mean, we never hung out. You know, but just in case if you ever need something.
Right, definitely. Noni, thank you for that advice. So
just no sex.
No, I don't. I give that advice. Okay. So Betty, what's up? No, I'm kidding. Okay. You know what? I definitely just, before we wrap up, I want to talk to you a little bit about, you do a lot of community outreach, it seems like to me.
Yes.
Okay. And you don't have any major help. You're not backed by any major corporation. Like you said, you dress up as the Grinch for Christmas. I've seen you raise money.
Yes.
For kids and stuff like that.
Exactly.
What is your ultimate goal? Like, why? Like, what inspired you to do that?
Why? Okay. Because when I was a kid, we didn't have none of this.
Okay.
And I wish I would have had a Grinch pop up to my house, or, somewhere we could go. Like I said, I have 5 siblings, and my parents were only making enough for us, we didn't take trips. We didn't do this,
Right.
I remember one Christmas that we never really got gifts.
I got you.
We actually, one Christmas, they're like, okay, we're going to buy y'all something. We're like, yay. It was a poster of the Looney Tunes, the baby Looney Tunes.
Oh, okay.
Man, we loved it.
Yeah.
We loved it. And that was the only gift. And then there was another Christmas that they didn't have money.
Right.
Like always.
Right.
And they took us to Mexico, though. And that was our Christmas, supposedly. And they gave everybody a bag of oranges and candy. And they were like, Merry Christmas, y'all. We're like, I want gifts. But no, I mean, now that I'm able to do something about it, I'm trying to, hopefully reach out to as many people as I can. Maybe I run into the right people.
Yeah, definitely.
That we can make this a bigger event,
for sure.
That's my goal, really.
Okay.
It's just if we can help out as many families out there as we can, because I don't focus on just, okay, these people just need a gift,
Right.
No, like this year I did HEB gift cards.
Okay.
So I helped out this family that I'm not gonna say his name, but he had a stroke and he was paralyzed for a little bit, and he's trying to work and into getting back to walking, and we set up. I talked to one of his good friends, and we set it up. We're like, look, invite him over to your house. I raise this little money that I have, and I want to give it to him.
Right.
Help him out with something, because he don't have no income coming in from his side.
Oh.
His wife is the only one working.
Oh, got you.
So he showed up, and I was there. Just like, hey, what's up, man? And how you doing? He can't really talk too much. But he could barely walk. And like I said, I just acted like I was just there at the right time. Whatever. And my homeboy was grilling burgers and stuff, and then we were like, all right, let's go inside so we could eat.
Yeah.
So we walked inside, and I was like, hey, man, so this is not really why I'm here. I'm here because of this. I dress up as a Grinch. Yeah. I raise money. I try to help as many families as I can, and I wanted to help you out.
Yeah. Oh,
so he was all like, okay, what's going on? So I said, look, I got this gift card. It's an HEB gift card. This is all this amount that's in there.
Right.
And then here's some cash. And he was just like he held back his tears so bad. I was just like, it's okay, man.
Just, good,
I'm used to this reactions.
Right.
Just because nobody ever expects to just come out of nowhere and just help.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I guess my message will be, just help when you can. Yeah, we all have money. We all have bills. We all have this and that we got to take care of, this and whatever. But I know there's sometimes that, people reach out to me, hey, this person needs help.
Right.
Okay, well, what can you do, or what can we do together to help them?
Okay.
Like, oh, well, I know you do this. Okay, but I'm only one person.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
I wish a lot of people will get involved. Okay. And let's just help one good family. I wish I could give them a house if I could, especially victims that, that lose their house to a fire,
or, for sure.
Or just needing, I don't know, whatever it may be, So last year we helped out a family. Like I said, no names again, but she they lost her mom in a wreck, and somebody reached out to me and said, hey, this people having a bad Christmas this year. They don't got their mom.
Got you.
So I said, all right, give me a Christmas list. And we got them everything they wanted.
There you go.
And oh man, they were happy.
So
for sure. They were happy, and I don't like to record just because.
No, that's weird.
I don't. I'm not doing it for
attention.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's people who do it for that reason.
Exactly.
They'll be like, oh, look, I just got this person Christmas. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I don't do it. I mean, and I've had people that be like, how do I know that this money is going towards them? I'm like, well, I mean, I have them as a witness.
Yeah.
God is my other witness.
Well, I mean, do you need me to post it on Facebook?
Exactly. I mean, I don't like that just because sometimes the family ain't gonna be happy about it, or they don't feel comfortable. You know,
Yes.
and I don't want them feeling like that. I want them to just, hey, it's just me and you.
Just thank you. Yeah.
Here you go. Right. You know, I helped you, and that's it. You know.
So, did you ever find it hard to? I mean, because I think I've seen you. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like, go on social media and say, "Hey, like, here's my Cash App if you want to help out."
Yes.
You know,
so I do it just because, like I said, if anybody out there, I've had people from, you know, Chicago that send me money. You know, a good friend of mine that I met online, just playing games.
Yeah.
You know, he sent me $50. I'm like, hey,
that goes a long way.
Exactly.
That goes a long way. Yeah.
I tell people, $5 goes a long way. Hell, you know, $1 goes a long way. Just if I get so many people to, you know, contribute into it, it helps out so many people. They don't understand, you know, like.
Yeah. There's some people who don't understand. You know, I will be honest, and this is why I'm going to tell you that this year I would love to contribute to whatever you do, because I was never, I'm going to be completely honest, I was never a charitable person. I always looked at charity as like people are abusing it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to make a change. I wanted, because I know me, you know, and my wife, she say like, no, all that money. Yeah. It's all going, you know. Last year, whenever we bought them gifts, we actually went over from the amount that I raised.
Oh, that's good.
So I was like, well, I'm not gonna put nothing back. So I took out my credit card, swiped it. You know, so I think it was like, I don't know, it was like 170 something. I went over, but I was like, but this is what they want.
But this is what, yeah.
You know, so I was like, you know what, I don't care. You know, it's the holidays.
Them credit cards
whatever.
do come in handy, don't they?
Yeah, they
I will
suck,
say. No, when I ever see your credit card debt, because you be posting it, I'm like, oh, I'm not even that bad.
Yeah,
mine's just a few $100. No, but you know, this last Christmas, Chronic Cosmo, Mary Jane, she reached out to me because they do like this Christmas charity tie-in thing with families where they get these whatever. So I got to sponsor family this year, which I didn't promote because I'm like you. I didn't really want to be like, oh, I did this. Like, plus it kind of also got me from buying Christmas for everybody else. So, you know, because Christmas shopping, but no, like I got to sponsor a family, and when I did it, because I actually got to go, the family couldn't make it to her event. Okay. So I said, because she had an event about it. And I said, okay, well, I'll go to your house and just drop it off. Like, I'm already, like, not doing shit. And so I did. I had these girls wrap up the presents from my friends. And it was nice because you could tell, like, they weren't the ones abusing the charities. Yes. You know what I mean?
And like I said, the families, like, I don't go out there and choose families.
Okay.
These families are people that come to me and be like, hey, I know this family is struggling bad. Like, they don't even have food.
Like
they don't.
Mouth,
I'm like, okay, well,
for sure,
let's help them. You know, definitely. And like, you know them, and I trust you. Yeah. So and then when I give them what they want or what they need. Oh man, I'm telling you, I've had so many people in tears, and I'm just like,
it humbles you.
Exactly,
it does, because I looked at it different after I gave my family the presents, right? And I saw, like, you know, they were like explaining to me why, and I was like, girl, you don't explain shit to me, like, you know, it's cool, like, here you go. And the daughter had a really good Christmas or whatever, and that was cool, like a good feeling, and so
and that's why I do it. That's why I do it. I like the feeling of helping. Yeah, I mean, I struggle myself. Yeah. But I know I'm in a good position to still help.
Let's all act like we're not all on the struggle bus. Okay, yeah. Everybody watching, us too, included. Yeah, we're all on the fucking struggle bus. This is why I'm
moving my career and doing something else, because I want to be able to still make good money and still help. And you know, so this year, like I said, if there's anybody out there that, you know, that can help me make this event bigger, I'm all in for it. I don't mind dressing up. I don't mind doing this. I don't mind doing that. Right. Let me know. Talk to me. Let's make something happen, you know. And like I said, I don't want to record. Gotcha. Just because.
No, yeah. I didn't really take a picture of the family neither.
Yeah. So I mean, why?
Yeah, they did send me pictures, but I was like, because I think I had to take one for the event. Okay. And I told Mary Jane, I was like, hey, I just totally forgot. And I didn't really feel comfortable. Like, can I take a picture of your daughter? Like, you know what I mean? But the family did send me pictures of her opening the presents. I thought that was cute.
See, and that's another thing that we do, like in the summertime. Okay. Me, my friend at Osmo, and Francisco. Okay. We get together and we do this mow for the cure. So we go mow yards and we raise money. And the first year we did it, we got about $1,200 in one day.
Oh, nice.
And we send it out to a St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
Oh, that's cool,
and man. They send us back a letter saying thank you, this and that, and then a picture of the little girl that we helped. Okay. And the mom with a little note from the mom saying, thank you so much, you know, blah, 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 blah. So I was just like, you know,
that's pretty cool.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you know, like I said, this year, you know, that whole event that she had me involved in really changed my perspective in charity. So I do want to, you know, do more like I sponsor a soccer team, the Soco soccer team, which I think is really cool. It's an adult league, but with Maro and them. They haven't asked for too much these days, but whatever they need something, they can ask me. And when it comes to you, I would definitely like to be involved. So I don't want you to be scared to reach out to the public affair and say, hey, is there anything that you can contribute? Because I'm definitely going to say yes and see what I can contribute and help out. It really changed my perspective.
I think my thing is just, as long as if you just share my posts.
Yeah.
Because I'll make a big old post about it, but if you just share my post, that's really a lot that helps out because it reaches the friends that I don't have at least, you might have, you sound like you got 5,000 friends out there on there,
I don't know all 5,000 of them, but yeah.
But still, it might reach to the right person.
For sure. Mm-hmm.
And then that person will,
Oh, yes, definitely.
So, that's really what I ask, and I don't have a whole bunch of friends that actually share it.
Yeah.
I do have the same friends that always share my posts, every once in a while. But like I said, a lot of people just I guess sometimes because it's me.
Right. Well, I just think it's so cool that you're just one man. You don't own some corporation. Like I said, with all due respect, you're like the average Joe.
Yeah.
And I like to have the average Joe on the public affair every once in a while. So with that being said, I'm really grateful that you came on. Unfortunately, we're running out of time.
No, it's all good, man.
I think you shared a really great story. Thank you for enduring all my sexual innuendo jokes. Okay. Thank you. And and much props to you for being just not a single guy. That came out wrong. You're married. A single person that's doing all these charitable things and trying to get back to the community. Like you're doing it on your own.
Oh, yeah,
you're not backed by a major company. You're not like starting, like you're just doing it just to get back. And I just think that's really commendable.
Yeah. So, like I said, I love the feeling of it. And it just shows that, like there's good people out there.
For sure.
And if y'all can ever help out in some way, hey, help them out.
Just spreading the love. And I hope that you guys were also inspired by Juan's story. Well, it was a really good story. But I'm really glad we got to talk. I've been wanting to talk to you about that for a long time.
Yeah,
and now that I always wanted to take you out to dinner or something, but I have a show now, so we can do it on here. So, okay. Well, I'm going to come hang out with you and Betty because I'm going to rock you guys in some Nintendo, all right?
Got you, man.
Bro. Thank you. You did so good. Thank you so much for coming on to the public affair.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yes, I'm so excited that you came on. To everybody that watched this episode, thank you guys again so much for all the support. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Before we end the episode, I definitely want to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of the show. This episode is also brought to you by Soco Soccer Academy with Dominic Gutierrez and Ariana Gutierrez, located on Franklin Drive. They offer team, small group, and individual skill training, and they also specialize in soccer training with the kids with Dominic. Dominic is making those kids elite soccer stars and athletes. I watched them train those kids, and he is the GOAT. Dominic has also helped me lose all this weight. All right. Dominic don't play with the training. Very hard trainer, but very, very great results.
You need that.
Yes, for sure. Make sure you follow on Facebook at Soco Soccer Academy and on Instagram at Soco Soccer 254. They're also giving back to the community and their kids with their after school programs and such. So make sure you guys follow them to see what upcoming events that their hosts are having and stuff. Thank you guys. Thank you Soco Soccer Academy for sponsoring this episode. Of course, to Pollo Box and Audio, my boy Jeffrey Monreal, home for all your LED needs and auto accessories. He also focuses on installation of stereos, door speakers, and audio systems, and building custom subwoofer enclosures and much more. Jeffrey's a jack of all trades. He's completely pimped out my ride. The reason why I didn't buy a new car is because he put all those cool features in there, like Apple Play car stereo, backup camera, lights, except the lights, now when I do things in my car. Anyway, he's your one-stop shop to get everything done in one room. Thank you, Pollo Box and Audio with Jeffrey Monreal. I had to throw that one little joke in there, right? Thank you, Jeffrey, for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, to my vice, Fat Boy Michelada and Botana with Junior Banda, who provides the best Michelada and Botana plates for yourself or for a party. They're locally operated. Make sure you get the best and not the rest. I got to roll around in Botana tray just a week ago, and I never get tired of them. They're so just scrumptious and good, and he's got an array of different items on their menu, so make sure you follow him on Facebook. Oh, and he has an Instagram now at Fat Boy Michelada y Botana. Junior, thank you so much for being such a longtime sponsor of The Public Affair. Of course, thank you guys again so much for watching this episode. I really hope that you guys enjoyed seeing Juan Zuniga on the show. It was long overdue, and I'm really happy that you didn't chicken shit out. Thank you for coming and being punctual,
of course. Yes. Hey, good luck to y'all, whoever's trying out there, all right?
Yeah, most definitely. And good luck to you. And like I said, whenever you do your charity things, please reach out to me.
Of course.
All right, please, because I want to contribute now.
Of course.
It's about giving
and
back.
Thank you.
It's for the children.
Yeah, of course.
That's my thing, is for the children.
Exactly.
And don't forget, guys, to always keep it between us.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.